And I think that we should also run down the rosters here because there has been a recent roster change on Bird Noises.
Really?
Yes, one of my old teammates, in fact. I'll go ahead and run through those rosters.
Why don't you do that?
I'll do the Bird Noises roster. They have Indust on Medic. A medic that's been around a very long time, legendary in his own right from his open to invite debut from Industry Trust to AG Gaming, I believe. We have Psy Guy on demo, a very, very strong demo coming out of IM, very talented as well. There's a lot of talented demo men in invite this season. A lot of talented demo men. We're gonna have Vol on Pocket and Hellbent on Roamer. Two players. Vol's a little bit newer than Hellbent. Hellbent's been around a while, but both very strong soldiers in their own right. And then we have Van Scout and Link User Scout. And Link User is actually going to be replacing Trainer due to just other team issues, availability for train, stuff like that, And Link User is an old teammate of mine. He's great. One of my favorite people in TF2. And possibly one of my favorite people I've met both on and offline. He's a great guy, a very, very talented scout. And I think this could be another chance for him to show how good he is. Because he had a sort of rough end for his invite debut last season. And I think this is going to be an interesting time for him. Or not last season, but I guess it was last season. And he's a very strong scout. And going to you, how about you go down through the TSU roster?
I will do that. Of course, everybody knows Team SoloUber. They've been around for, I believe, 2 seasons now. Last season coming in second with the whole Froyotech fiasco. But currently, they are sitting in 3rd place with a score of 3-2, actually, because they have dropped some matches early on. We did mention before EVL squeaking out a win against them in the first week, but they are made up of names you guys should know. Of course, on Medic, we have Ninja Nick. He's been playing Medic for a long time. Very strong. Duwatna, the Froyotech demo man from last season, joining the squad, which is why that 3-2 scoreline is a little bit strange because Duwatna is such a strong demo man. And you expect him to really bolster this team. So we'll be looking to see if he can do just that. Grape over on the Pocket. Grape was on Roamer, I believe, actually. He switched it up. Showstopper's on Pocket, and then Sizer and Alec on Scout. And really, these are names that need no introduction. They're great players in all of their respective classes, can really bring the damage. Any one of them can influence the game in the right situation. And so it really just comes down to how they play as a team. And maybe they're figuring things out still with Duwatna, how to play around him. They did play with Zalox, I believe, last season, so maybe they're adjusting to the change, adjusting to the switch. But Duwatna, such a strong demo man, should be able to bring it here on this map and basically allow his team the win here, as Bird Noises are in 7th place. So this should be an easy win for Team SoloUber, but they did have hiccups already early on in the season, and with Bird Noises sitting at 2-4, that's not too far away from 3-2, which is Team SoloUber. So, we did run down both rosters, talented players on either team, but Avast, I think you would agree Team SoloUber have the upper hand here.
I would agree. I would agree, BloodSire. They're a very strong team. They're an established team. They've been in Invite a while now. They've been contenders for playoffs multiple seasons. They have very, very talented players on that team with Duwatna, one of the best demo men in the world, no doubt, hands down. Grape, a very, very good soldier, and then Sizer, who's been around since forever, BloodSire.
Sizer, the original scout, played in the first season of anything over on 20ID. Actually played in the first season of basically competitive TF2, and the winners, I believe it was 20ID, played in an exhibition match along with the Experiment versus Valve Devs. That's how long Sizer's been playing. He's literally been playing since the beginning. I've been playing since the beginning too, but he's been playing competitively since the beginning. The original scout, still going strong, loves the game, and he is quite good to boot, and he's Canadian.
Yeah, I would give the edge to TSU. I don't think, like I said earlier, I think Sunshine is an upset map, especially for newer teams, because a lot of these newer teams have been their competitive career, they've been playing Sunshine since it's been added, compared to a lot of these more established Invite players who just recently, in terms of the timeline of them been playing, have started playing Sunshine. And I think they often feel a lot more comfortable with it. And because of the large flanks, it can really give an advantage to sometimes the more DM heavy but less coordinated newer teams. But I think this is a map where even if they are established players and they might not feel as comfortable on it, TSU still has a very, very strong play style on this, because TSU is a very soldier heavy team. They are very, very aggressive with their soldiers. They love double soldier bombs. They love doing all sorts of soldier shenanigans from Showstopper and Grape. So I think it will be an interesting matchup for sure.
Absolutely, and we'll have to see as teams are filtering in their players for 8 people in the server. Looks like we have 3 from Team SoloUber, as Bird Noises are winning the battle to join the server first here. But is there anything else we can say about these teams? We did see Sniper a little bit from both teams, and it actually played fairly large, as both Sen and Clockwork had huge plays in the last match to drop the medic and give their team a fighting chance in the round. Who, on the Bird Noises side, if you know, will be settling into that role, or do they not run a sniper, if you know?
They typically are not super sniper heavy. They have good snipers on their team. I'm not going to say that they don't. I think Link User is, he's kind of off and on again, but still relatively talented at it. I would say they would probably not run a sniper too often, because generally one of their snipers, one of the main people they had to snipe was Train, but Train is obviously not playing anymore. So they're going to be having Link User and Vand, who could both play it for sure. They can play it adequately, but I don't think they're as good maybe as on the TSU side, where I think both Alec and Sizer can play sniper pretty well. So I think that'll be I think the sniper advantage, if they are running snipers, would go to TSU. But I think in terms of the fragging classes, people that make those picks, I think I'm still going to be looking a lot at probably the scouts still, even if they don't play sniper. They are going to be very aggressive, like Sin and Muffins were, trying to get those med picks. And also Sai has been a player that to consistently look out for. He recently had a highlight on the tf.tv YouTube channel, and he's just a very, very good player. He knows where to put his stickies. He just hits an incredible amount of pipes too. So I think that's going to be the players to really watch out for. And obviously, this still is a flank map, but I would say really look out for the scouts and Side to make some big plays for Bird Noises.
And he has a sign too as his melee, and he likes to beat people over the head with it.
Sign guy.
Yeah, sign guy. But yeah, guys, definitely go to teamfortress.tv if you aren't already. I'm sure most of you are, but of course, if you go over to teamfortress.tv, we do run the highlight series where after most of these matches, we take the best plays, put it in a little highlight. They're really fun to watch. Much love to Truck for getting those out very quick. You can also see when we go live, all the different community news that's going on. As we do see, we are at 5 apiece now in the server. So the last members from either team just getting a glass of water, shaking out the nerves a little bit, getting a massage of their wrists, and getting ready to play some TF2.
Yeah, I agree. And I think, just to mirror players to watch for in this matchup, I think we should also watch for the scouts. And also, I'm going to go ahead and say the soldiers for TSU, BloodSire. I think that we're going to see some pretty impressive, aggressive plays from Grape and Showstopper and things like that, followed up with some pretty crazy flanks from Sizer and some really good cleanup from Alec.
Yeah, Grape. Well, the soldiers for Team SoloUber, I would say, have the advantage just because they're so strong. Grape, of course, we've known from past seasons in the pocket role, doing very great pocket things. When he first broke into Invite, I likened him to a Reptile Jr. His rockets were so on point. He seemed to do so much damage, and he had that sort of flashy style with the air shots. He's moved over into the roaming role now, and he's able to sort of spread his wings and fly a little bit more, especially utilizing the off-classing a little bit. Seen him on Sniper. You'll see him maybe on Spy as well. We'll look out for that. And then Showstopper, who's really sort of honed his abilities and honed his skill, also has excellent rocket aim and has been able to run the combo efficiently, effectively, and allow his team to get in and make the big plays when they need to make them. And that's one of the signs of a good pocket, is not just making the plays yourself, but creating the space, as we saw Banny do it in the last match, creating the space and creating the room and doing the damage to allow your team to sort of shine. And Showstoppers filled that role very adequately. So I would say, just off the back of that, Avast, that the soldier advantage has to go to Team SoloUber. Do you agree?
Definitely. I actually think Vol and Hellbent are probably one of the weaker parts, if I were to do just via player-by-player analysis of the Bird Noises team. I think they're really carried on the back of their demo and scouts. But I think there's definitely a lot of room for improvement, because neither Hellbent or Vol have played an invite before. This is their first season, and they're relatively new players compared to the TSU players. So I think they have a lot of room to improve and make an impact. But I would definitely say that the TSU soldiers have the advantage in this match.
Very interesting medic matchup too, because both Indust and Ninja Nick are seasoned medics on their classes respectively, and both of them are very good at the class too. They haven't just played it a long time, they've played it well for a long time. Indust, a very smart medic, likes the main call, likes to direct his team. Ninja Nick sits back a little bit more, but has surfs with the best of them. Is a very good player all around. So it'll be interesting to see if the medics in this game will be as bullied around as we did see them in the previous game. Both Sky and Free State, although great players in their own regard, don't have the experience that Ninja Nick and Indust have in this matchup. So if you're a medic main, or if you're looking to play some medic, get this POV, watch them now, because they are great players. And I don't know, Avast, who do you think's the better medic out of those two?
I would say Ninja Nick.
I would agree.
Ninja Nick has been consistently proven to not only take these risky plays, but to succeed with them. And he is, in my opinion, the king of milking. His Uber pops, he doesn't pop when he gets down to like single-digit HP sometimes. He has a lot of faith in his team, and he has a lot of faith in himself to hit surfs and to dodge damage. And I think Indust, in many ways, he's a very talented medic, and he knows how to play the game, but he tries to do these same milks that Ninja Nick does, and he doesn't succeed because I don't think his dodging is as good, and I don't think his ability to read the game is quite as good as Ninja Nick's. In addition to that, he has some people criticize him because he flashes too often sometimes, and it's what's called the famous Indust Uber, where you have like a 2-second Uber because you flash like 6 people. So it can be he's definitely not, I don't think he's better than Ninja Nick, but I think he's talented, and I think he has his own strengths and weaknesses, but I would definitely give the advantage to Nick.
Yeah, I think Ninja Nick might be just a little bit more calm under pressure. Like you said, might have or does have more confidence in his teammates to get it done. And like you said, a little bit more confidence in himself, almost a little bit like Shade in that regard, where he's going to stare into the face of danger, not be too daunted by it. Very good with those arrows. And Indust on the other side, maybe a little bit more frantic, trying to do too many things at once. When you play medic, there's 1,000 different stimuli, so many different things to keep track of. You have to micromanage everyone's health, micromanage and count the other team's Uber, all of that stuff, as well as trying to figure out who is your biggest threat, who's trying to kill you, what rocket you need to surf, etc., etc. So I would give the medic advantage to Ninja Nick. Indust, though, also a very, very good medic, has the experience. It's really going to come down to which team creates the room for their respective team to breathe here, as there are 12 in the server advance, so I'm not sure what the holdup is, but I don't know what else we can try to talk about here.
Well, I think the reason there's a delay is because apparently there's some sort of problems going on with the Bird Noises bubble, where I don't know, some players are having some problems or something.
Are they hearing bird noises in their ear? Because that would be problematic.
That's what it is.
Yeah, you can't have that when you're trying to. If you're playing TF2 and you hear like a tweet, that's not good.
Yep, that is not good at all. And I'm glad the stream has stuck with us for so long, BloodSire. We really appreciate your viewership.
Wait, we're streaming? I didn't know we were streaming.
Oh yeah, we're streaming.
I thought we were
We're
just having a
streaming, all right.
conversation. This is how I normally talk.
No, we're streaming. And I appreciate the stream for sitting with us as we make a lot of what some would say questionable jokes. I would say amazing jokes. But there's nothing that we can some people have different opinions about good jokes, BloodSire. And it looks like we're going to be starting out this game.
Yeah, the TF2 gods do not want to give us any chance to throw out any more jokes, so they are going to say, go live, please. And we do see that white text indicate that these teams will be picking the classes. Looks like it's going to be Team SoloUber on the blue side. Over on the red side, we have the bird noises. As we are live, we are getting into mid number 1. And we'll see the action get underway. Duatna way ahead of the enemy demo man. Slow to get to mid is the Bird Noise team, and pushing very aggressive over towards that Tetris side. On the blue team, in comes a big bomb from Grape. Starting off, the action is going to get cleaned up by Hellbent. Now, here comes the red team, getting ready to pounce off that man advantage. No frags yet for them. For the blue team, excuse me, as they get a second, does Bird Noises. Sizer goes down. And Team SoloUber, they're going to run for it as the Link user takes down Alec.
That was a really, that was a good mid. That was a really good mid for bird noises. Oh my goodness. And Duatna might get caught out here on the shutter too. He's stickied out. Sai sticking him out. He should go down. Duatna pipes Sai guy though, so even though he goes down, oh my goodness. If I was Sai, I would be disappointed and upset. But it was a good mid from bird noises. They cleaned up those flankers, and even though Duatna got there fast, Sai actually hit a lot of good damage on Duatna, so he was pretty weak for that mid, so they had to tank a lot of heals into him. But I still can't get over that pipe from Duatna. Yeah, I'm just upset for Sai because his team should have been there.
A little bit of a grudge play there from Duatna, knowing that he was gonna die to Sai Guy's sticky traps. He couldn't retreat because of the sticky traps, so he's like, you know what? Forget you. I'm just gonna sticky you or pipe you. We're both gonna die. But teams are back at full strength, and we do see Bird Noises moving in through the lower stairwell area. They have a sniper. That is Van. Van trying to take the charge for a walk. He's gonna spot out there is a sentry. Now he's gonna be peeking and repositioning himself as it is Bird Noise's turn. We saw it a lot in the last match with Clockwork as they supported their sniper, did Froyotech, to allow him to take the charge for a walk and try to get a shot in on the defending team. Van now with the charge. Sees some pipes blown his way. There's another one. He's going to eat it down to 5 HP. Ooh. He's going to chomp down on that lunchbox, though, and reposition and rethink his life once again. The Demo Man's going to jump over. There's an enemy sniper. Alec takes him down. Advantage goes to the defense.
Yep, and it looks like Bird Noises are going to hightail it out of there. And TSU is a team that knows how to shut down a sniper. They understand that the sightlines are so good for sniper, and they just held aggressively, making sure he couldn't peek, spamming any entrance he tried to look through, and just denied him that pick. And then Alec ends up winning the sniper v sniper, which is something I sort of expected because I think Alec is the better sniper for sure when looking at these matchups. And it looks like we're just going to be resetting. I don't think TSU has stopped running any of their off classes. So they're pretty much just waiting for, it looks like Bird Noise is just waiting to repick with the sniper again. So we're going to see another sniper picking here. And actually, if Van had peeked just a second earlier, he might have picked Ninja Nick. But instead, he's going to get spammed out.
This seems to be their game plan for Bird Noises, is when you're pushing with even advantages and equal numbers onto last, get a sniper and try to push. They don't want to blow their Uber and force it into a 6v6 fight with the Uber. And they do have that sentry to contend with, as well as Van whiffs on that soldier who is just stutter-stepping back and forth. Gonna put some damage into that Demo Man, but a whole lot of spam coming his way, and he's gonna back up just in time to get healed up. But yeah, this is their game plan. We have Engineer from Sizer and Alec Sniper still for the defense side. As here comes Alec again. Oh, and a nice flick shot from Van, taking down Alec. That is going to cue the push coming in, but they are going to have to do it with that sniper. They got to move fast, otherwise Alec's going to be back up.
Yeah, definitely. And they have this gun, and I really like for them to... And actually get the force out of Ninja Nick. Oh, but so did... Oh, and Indus did force. I didn't see that earlier. And Grave's going to pick up 2. They're going to be playing this point here, but this is way better for TSU here. No health for Bird Noises, and Indus is actually tried to get out, but he's caught lower. I don't think he's gonna survive. Nope. Sizer's gonna pick up Indus. Sizer's gonna pick up Link User, And that was what looked like it was going to be a good push for bird noises. I cannot talk today, BloodSire.
Bird noises.
Bird noises.
You could just say if you want.
It was a good. Yeah. It was a good push for but it just broke apart. And there's going to be some spam, but I think bird noise is going to give this up for free. So.
Yeah, they basically have to. Team SoloUber is a little bit too strong there off the momentum of that last hold. And like you said, you would think that with that man advantage, bird noises would have had the opportunity to cap last. But Team SoloUber, great with a double kill. They were able to converge. And when you do have that sniper pushing last, you got to remember, he then has to fight the last. And that's quite hard to do on Sunshine last because it is closed in and not too long of sightlines once you get into that last. But Team SoloUber, while we're talking, has cap middle and is capping second. They do have full advantage, 30% over the bird noise team, who are desperately trying to build it out. They have a standard defense right now, so if Team SoloUber comes in, they will have the advantage.
Yep, and it looks like that. Bird noise is gonna get it. So we're gonna be sitting here with a equal Uber last hold here. Sides are peaking lower. And it looks like we're just going to be setting up for some sort of, I imagine, sack. Link user is on sniper, but I would expect TSU to try to get a spam pick or maybe a sack. Maybe even go switch off Alec the sniper. So I guess we will see what they want to do here. It's a pretty standard just holding on this bats area. And looks like both teams just content to sit back. I know in general Bird Noise is a pretty passive team. They like to play conservatively. So I don't expect too many crazy plays coming out of this defense.
Yeah, right now we do see the medic is pretty well protected. In Dust over on that right side behind the boxes, protecting his sniper. And TSU looking for the way they're going to crack this hold. In Dust, Ninja Nick sort of alone there is backing up as Grape went in for that sack. Grape, I'm sure, is going to come back, either the spy or the sniper. Grape very good at sniper. As a bomb comes in from Hellbent, trying to get something to go. He's going to find Showstopper, put enough damage into him that he craters when he falls, but he is going to be back up at about equal spawn times with Hellbent, so that is just fine, as Grape does come back as Soldier. So it looks like he was just going for a force there.
Yeah, that's about what I expected. I'm actually surprised Grape did not come up Spy or Sniper, because that's something that was a very Grape-like play I would expect. So it looks like actually now Link user has switched off a sniper to Engineer, his other main. He does like playing Engineer, and he's just gonna be whacking away on that little sentry gun over there. And I think that I honestly want to see TSU try to do something because the emphasis is on sniper. Okay, yeah. I see.
So let's get a Sizer cam going right now as he does charge it up, try to pick from this lower angle, which is interesting, but he is going to try to track that soldier. Sees the soldier, cannot connect with his head. Goes for the repeak. Taking some spam here, down to 72 HP. A scout is there off the wall. Doesn't know it. We do. He doesn't know as he continues to charge. This is an interesting angle for him. Puts a body shot in, but nothing really happens. And it kind of looks like both of these teams are just a little bit too afraid to push without making sure they have that pick. But like we said before, Avast, even if they do get that pick, they then have to push with that sniper, and I'm not sure it's going to be enough.
Yeah, I agree. They really need someone to get a pick. They've been constantly spamming down Link user sentry gun, which is good. This is a map where you have the ability, you have such large sight lines for the demo and soldiers to peek that you can spam down these sentry guns pretty easily as long as you have the scout. But right now we're just continuing to see a sniper v sniper duel between Sizer and Van.
Take a look at Grape.
Yeah, Grape is hiding on these barrels, and he's hoping that someone's going to peek aggressively as they get a little bit bored with the stalemate and just try to catch them out there, or maybe just wait for the push. But it's pretty and actually Vol is peeking over here, and so is Hellbent. Oh, they know. Oh, Grape is, but they will lose Van to Sizer though, so it's sort of an equal pick.
Equal pick, however, you did lose a soldier for a sniper, and it is going to be a lot harder to push without your soldier having that sniper. As Sizer's in on the right side, there's a soldier on his head. Finally, Sizer does go down as Vol was down to like 5 HP and was like, nah, I'm not shooting a rocket and killing myself. I'm just going to back it up and let someone else take down this sniper. Sizer is waiting to respawn as off the back of that man advantage. Looked like Bird Noises wanted to try to come in, have something work out for them, but it doesn't as Hellbent goes down. Team still at equal Uber. man advantage in favor of TSU, who have about 8 seconds to try to do something if they wanted to.
Yeah, and I guess Sizer just wanted to go suicide there because he's literally like all the way in on that top left side. And Sizer's walking in here very aggressively. I think TSU wants to push. They've gotten tired of this stalemate. Sizer's so hurt. Oh, but he manages to get out. And Sizer's 2 HP, but survives.
And he knocked down that soldier to 50 HP, and there wasn't any spam coming in. That would have been a pick, and I'm sure Sizer was calling for it. Just guys, shoot the soldier, but it didn't happen for him. And like you mentioned, he got himself shot down to 2.
Such a good force. BloodSire, he jumps in aggressively, pops up Indus, and lands a wall shot that probably would have dropped Indus if he hadn't popped. Hellbent's going to go down to Duatna, and now there's going to be a force out. Van's going to go down. They still have a sentry, and Indus is still alive, but this is going to be a push from TSU here, except they are not pushing because they went down 2, and this is going to be reset.
I guess part of that play was to also bring in Sizer as a backup if Grape launched this medic into a corner or launched him where he couldn't finish him. Unfortunately, both Grape and Sizer did go down, and then when they went for the repush, there was a nice sticky trap from Side Guy, which eliminated Showstopper from the field there. So with all those players down, Team SoloUber were gimped to push. They couldn't do it, and like you said, they are going to reset here as Indus does have the advantage. He's building more heavily. But it's not really going to matter because you can't push out with 10%. Still on Engineer is Link User, and there are no pick classes or off classes for anyone else. So it's all in TSU's hands here. So we are sitting tied in round 1, 0-0, and this is a very, very long round.
Yeah, definitely. And this is, and actually it looks like Grape is rebombing. Alec is coming in too. He's just flying in. He's on Indus. Indus drops.
Oh,
wow.
My goodness.
He was so confident there. He didn't want to pop for that, and I don't blame Indus. He shouldn't have had to pop for that. But Alec hits really good shots, and his team misses a few. And Indus is going to drop, so I'm going to see. And Hellbent's going to go down. Van's going to go down here. So this is going to be a push from TSU very soon.
Hellbent and Van trying to sell out to take the Uber away from their medic there, but with 10 seconds left on the board for the respawners on the defense side, they're not going to be there for this last fight. The blue Uber is going to be popped. Showstopper pushes out that soldier. In comes Vol now. Sentry's still going strong for the red team, so they have that. Sticky's on the sentry. Not dead yet. That finally goes down to Duatna. Some spawners come in from Bird Noises. Frags even so far. Vol takes down 1. Link User onto another. Sizer did take down Vol, however. And there goes another frag for Bird Noises. Duatna onto Vans gets 1. Hellbent gets 1. And oh my goodness, Bird Noises are squawking away.
And Nick's caught. Nick's caught. He's going to die. Wow, that was such a beef of a push right there. That, as Showstopper would call it. It's a beef. And it was just not, they just didn't focus targets. The gun stayed alive way too long. Duatna wasted like 4 stickies shooting at it, so he didn't have any ammo to fight the point. And that was just good focus fire from Bird Noises and poor focus fire from TSU because every advantage was in their hand there, and that's kind of unfortunate. That was a poo-poo Uber. And we're seeing some fighting here.
The advantage is in favor of Indus as he is at 100%. Grape over in that forward respawn getting backed out. He's going to go reassess the situation, put himself back on Soldier, and end up on the second point as the middle cap ends up in the hands of Bird Noises, who are moving in through Cafe. Indus is forced to pop off that soldier, but Grape is going to get cleaned up. So with the man advantage and the Uber popped, they're going to be able to take this second. But leapfrogging now are the Team SoloUber, who do have 65%. They will be able to build and defend this last and have a great enough advantage to possibly push out into the second if they are able to get a pick here. So we'll have to make sure and pay attention to see where they decide to go. As look, we have Indust and his soldier peek up through lobby, trying to get some posturing.
And I don't think that's Indus there, BloodSire. I think it's Ninja Nick.
That's who it is.
That is Ninja Nick.
That is who it is. You're right.
And but I'm actually surprised to see them be so aggressive because they haven't so far. But they're being very aggressive out here. They're pressuring out the flank side. Van is sitting here baiting out Sizer. I think he's gonna get Sizer. He will get the pick. Showstopper is still sitting on this flank side, spamming out. Hellbent's trying to back out. He's very hurt. They're fighting this point here. They have a lot of cap time though. But it looks like Van's going to go down too. Vol is about to go down on flank side, I think. No, he's going to get out. No, he's going to go down to Grape. Wow, a lot of no's in there. But it looks like actually Bird Noises still gets the better of that exchange. Grape is hiding the flank though.
Yeah, the Grape. Now he's going to go for the bomb. He's actually just going to save himself. He's going to live to fight another day as he jumps over to that upper battlements. And this is still a smart play because Ninja Nick, that is, has that Uber advantage. So In the end, not too disastrous for either team. It looked like it was going to be the danger zone from Team SoloUber, but they did manage to keep their medic alive without being forced, so they will have the Uber to contend last, as Indust on second also has his Uber. And we have the sniper play from Alec and the engineer coming out from Sizer.
And I think some indecisiveness there from TSU. They had the position, they were out of lobby, they were pushing aggressively, they had damage and pressure on the flank. They had the Uber advantage still at least like 40% or so. I would have liked to see Showstopper try to take a scout and like bomb aggressively and the scout follow up into them and try to fight that point if they're already out there. But I mean, it's a good thing for them that they managed to keep their players alive, but still I think a little bit of indecisiveness from the TSU squad there.
Just a little bit. Alec now looking towards lower. He's going to see that the two players.
Ooh, the 2K. The 2K from, as Marxist would say, the 7th man, the level 3 sentry. Just some great shots there from the sentry. A+, 100% accuracy. Someone should investigate that sentry. And actually, there's going to be a force out from Grape onto Indus. A really good bomb. Hit some nice rockets. And it looks like there's going to be a full Uber advantage now for Ninja Nick.
Great play from Grape coming in from lower. Nobody saw him, jumped right into the dome there. The little spherical section of the point. Found the medic sleeping, popped Indust. He had to save his life. Uber out of the hands of the red team. We'll take a look and see how Team SoloUber elect to push with this full advantage. Combo in on the right side. Showstopper getting launched up in the air. No frags as of yet so far. Take a look at Hellbent. He's going to try to pop this Uber, take it out of the hands. Find himself a soldier. Doesn't find the medic. Ninja Nick goes down. Side guy with the pipe onto him, keeping his medic, keeping his team in the game. Vol onto Grape. Showstopper too. It's a skirmish on the second point that Team SoloUber somehow are going to eke out here, but Indust has his teammates with him. They're going to heal up and try to repush this through flank.
Yeah, and they're repushing here very aggressively. Link user leading the way with Vol. Sai coming in from Cafe. It's going to be a second recap with almost full Uber advantage for Indust. And just a really great pipe from Sai. Really saving the day there. And I would love Bird Noises to use this Uber aggressively and focus aside, kill the sentry fast, get a little bit of scouting, and play this point BloodSire with this Uber advantage. This is what I would love to see Bird Noises do, is kill that sentry and play the point with the remainder of the Uber.
Well, buffs are going out now. Uber is going to be popped. Here it comes. Sentry's got to go down. In comes Side Guy. He's going to take it down. Now they need to find some frags. So far, no good yet. In comes a soldier. Grape's going to get one onto Van. Still blue, going strong. Bomb from Vol. Link user takes down Showstopper. Link user again onto Grape. Vol goes down to Duwatna, who's so far keeping his team in the game. On the left side, the red team, Link user again with the third kill on last. Now fighting Alec. Can he take down Alec? Help them. He's going to join the party.
Oh,
take him down. In comes Ninja Nick with the
gets the saw, but they can just juggle him off. They just need to shoot him off point.
Showstopper is spawning up. Can he jump to the point? He does jump to the point. Is he able to get it? Oh my god. Link user takes him down. Hellbound.
That was just a really good push. Well, not a really good push, actually. It was a little bit fragmented in the end. Ninja Nick almost saving it for his team. He could have gotten juggled up by the projectiles. But, really solid play from the end in Bird Noise. And we're going to get into another mid. Duwatna beating Side Guy again through choke very fast. They're trading sickies here. Side Guy does have much better health than Duwatna, though. And we're going to be looking at this fight in this right side very aggressively. BloodSire, are you there?
Yeah, it was so good that I knocked the mic cord out of my mic because I was just so excited. But speaking of exciting action over on the middle, Bird Noises are getting a whole slew of frags. Sizer, Alec, Grape go down. Duwatna does collect onto Van, but off the back of those frags and the man advantage, Indus and company are moving into second. They have their soldier and their demo man. And they are getting some positioning on that second point. Nice job from Ninja Nick. He backed out once he recognized the situation. So Team SoloUber are going to have the Uber to defend their last, but again, Avast, they find themselves on their last, and that's not where you want to be if you want to win rounds.
No, you do not. You do not win games on your last point. And Duwatna actually has some cheeky traps here, sitting top. He's watching them. The soldier, he doesn't get the soldier. If only he'd known sooner. But these mids from Bird Noises have been exceptionally good and somewhat mediocre from TSU. They're just dying very early. They're not they're not letting Bird Noises play their hand too much. They're trying to just out DM a lot of the times. So I'd like to see a little bit, maybe just a little bit slower mids or possibly more coordinated mids from TSU. Because those deaths early are really hurting them.
Yeah, and again, it's an effect of the newer map, the less played map, not favoring the team with the greater experience. They don't have that advantage in their favor, although they've been playing for so long. Sunshine being a newer map, everyone's sort of on an equal footing. We do see that right now Bird Noises are using that to their advantage. They've pushed back Team SoloUber once again to their last. So Sizer does have that sentry. We can see it over on the left side of the point. You can watch a great deal of the left and the right entrance. And that is about the... Oh, and they do have Alec too on Sniper, who so far, other than an early headshot before on Van, has yet to do anything of merit. But Duwatna takes down Hellbent, and that is going to delay the push from Bird Noises just a little bit longer.
Yeah, and I think TSU is probably still going to remain passive here. It looks like that's what they want to do. Showstopper is peeking sort of aggressively into this lobby, but he's not being followed by Nick, so I don't think they want to do anything. But I would... Bird Noises does... You know, they're playing very conservatively, and actually Grape is coming up underneath. He's on Spy right now, Blood. He's on Spy. He wants to get the drop.
Yeah, we're going to have to make sure we keep an eye on him. That scout kind of looked in his direction. Little tricky there, but Grape now moving in, trying to get some intel for his team, and he needs to be careful here because if Bird Noises decide to push, that's basically a man advantage in favor of Bird Noises as he's gonna uncloak and the back turn, sees the medic, but the medic's gonna turn and say, he's not supposed to be there, but he takes the pistol out and takes him down. A nice job from Grape. Indus is like, can I believe it? I don't.
Unreal. That was pretty crazy right there. Like, he hit, like, got a butter knife and then 3 solid shots from the revolver, and they did not clean up Grape. So I'm sure that Bird Noises are upset and TSU are happy, just hardcore memeing in victory right now. And actually, Hellbent's gonna be bombing on Nick. Nick is gonna be popped. Link here is gonna go down to Sizer. Bull is actually in lower. He's gonna pick up Alec. Van's gonna go down to Duwatna, but I think he's just gonna leave him flank.
And Grape, the G is silent with a license to kill, basically allowing his team there to effectively push back out, and you see they are getting control of this second capture zone, pushing all the way back. Bird Noises on to middle. Looks like they want to get something going here, Avast. Bird Noises want to come in through the flank, and they're massing, and they're doing just that.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like Duwatna is actually flying through there. He's gonna crater after being chipped by Van. Hellbent's gonna go down. Showstopper's cleaned up by Link User though. Grapes killed by Psy Guy. TSU is going back to last. They're being chased by both scouts right now. Indus is tanking them through. Bird Noise is just rushing through here. This is their time. They can still be capping right now. They have a scout capping. Sizer's gonna go down. It's Alec alone. They're shooting Alec. Alec's about to go down here.
Duwatna's gonna spawn up. He's gonna get some spam in.
They just
That's
need to
gonna
kill
push back just a little bit, but Ninja Nick is gonna go down, and on the point, is this gonna be round number 2?
Oh my goodness.
It is, and we could be seeing Avast another upset happening to Team SoloUber.
That was some really good focus fire from Psy Guy and the scouts, just following up off those soldiers, fighting the other soldiers of TSU. And we're getting to a third middle here, and I'm gonna be watching Grape actually to see what he does on this middle. I'm hoping he doesn't die too early, and he actually does some. He's actually going their cafe, but Psy has stickies on it already, but that's early. Showstopper's up there too, and we're seeing a little bit of skirmishing here, and actually the blue team is collapsing on this right side.
Yeah, 2 quick frags there for Team SoloUber. Van and Vol go down, and now Grape over on the flank side on that demo man. Can he get him? Rocking on the wall for that splash damage. Side trying to get those pipes. Out comes the rocket. Grape takes him down. Only Link User and Indus left alive, and Indus is running for his life. He's already back on the second point, so he's going to give his team the benefit of an Uber, but not if Duwatna has anything to say about it. Duwatna's going to try to come in. Here comes his team to join him. Is the Uber up for... Yes, it is up for both teams. Out comes the Heavy as well. And a weird push here, as it looks like the defending team with those spawners are going to be able to defend it, but not wanting to leave is this Team SoloUber team on the left side. A scout comes in, a demo comes in. Vol very, very hurt. The Heavy's going strong. In comes the right side. The Vice is being tightened here from Team SoloUber. They take down 2. Van and Vol go down again. And oh my goodness, Team SoloUber angry about the past events, say, no, we have a game for you. The score is 2-1. We are going into mid number 4.
And the Putis was not strong enough, BloodSire. And I would have liked, actually, when they saw Duwatna being so aggressive, they should have known that they didn't have the players really to fight Duwatna. So what I'd like to do is just rotate to left and then fight them from left, but instead they sort of try to fight them aggressively on right, and I think it hurt them. And we're on this another mid. Showstopper once again jumping on top of their cafe. Actually, Vol and Helmet so aggressive on Ninja Nick. They're going to pick up Ninja Nick. Duwatna goes down too. Sizer's down. Oh my goodness. A hyper-aggressive mid. Indus hits a really good surf on Bell Tower. Oh, but Grape! Oh my goodness, I've just narrated all over that. Grape is still going strong. It's Showstopper actually. He's going to pick up Vol. But a mid-win for Bird Noises.
Super impressive from Bird Noises, recognizing that Team SoloUber may be a little bit on tilt, so we're trying to bully out Bird Noises with their superior DM. And is it superior? Because Bird Noises came in and said, we see your aggression, and we raise you our aggression. And on that middle, Bird Noises showing that theirs was better. And again, Team SoloUber, they're coming out in mass. They are angry, and they want to make sure that the Bird Noises do not get any more rounds here, as they're going to have to recap their second point, but that is just fine. Both teams at about 30% Uber in control of middle is that Bird team. These teams are going to quiet down a little bit, and yeah, they're just going to wait for the Uber and play the chokes.
Yeah, definitely, and we're going to be seeing a little pretty standard hold here. Just playing this high ground side guy sticking up Valley and choke, and I'm expecting to see Bird Noises push here, because the impetus is on them since they hold mid, because they have pretty much the less to lose, and they still have plenty of time if they were to fail that push to hold their second and things like that. So it looks like they're going to be peeking this Valley side, but I don't think they're going to push there. I don't know quite what they're doing. They might just try to bomb a soldier through Valley. They're just re-holding really, and TSU holding back on point pretty passively, keep playing that high ground. They're going to have a good spot on them if they do.
Yeah, the only forward damage from the defending team, Team SoloUber, are these sticky traps on choke on the left fence and the chain link fence from Duwatna. So that's really it, as they are playing pretty aggressive, pretty passively, pretty refined and smart here, back behind the point, allowing Bird Noises to peek their heads in, so they can bop them like whack-a-mole once they do. And so far, some indecision on the Bird Noise team, as they're just waiting. They're not doing anything. I guess they're trying to sniff out if Team SoloUber want to do anything about it, because is this? Hold on, hold the phone, Avast. Is the bus being parked? No, the bus is not being parked.
The bus is shifted out of park. It has gone to neutral, and it is now in drive. Hellbent is very aggressive. He's going to be cleaned up by Sizer. And it looks like we're going to see a TSU counter-sack, possibly push. Link User gets the call on the people on Valley. Grape is just sitting there right now, spamming Link User. And looks like TSU wants to push. They're coming through choke very aggressively. Sizer will go down, so I think TSU is actually going to back off. And the bus is going in the reverse direction now. We're still going very strong. Ball sitting at choke. There's a lot of spam on the combo. Indus is in a kind of a bad spot. There's bombing from TSU. There's going to be an early force out from Bird Noises.
Yeah, strange exchange there, as Ubers are now being exchanged, and red players are finding themselves among blue players, and blue players are finding themselves among red players, and frags are falling for both teams. Indust and Shy Guy down over on the Bird Noise side. Make it Vand as well. Ninja Nick also goes down, so no medics on either team. Showstopper right now on the point, defending it, saying this is my land and you are not a part of it.
Link User gets two. Gonna 1v1 Alec now. Oh, but he's gonna lose to Alec. I was looking forward to the Link User highlight, but there is none. And looks like it's still going to be TSU, though, getting some cap time on mid, but it's just Alec. He's going to be bullied out here soon, I think, by Bird Noises. Pretty sure they're not going to let him get this for free. Yeah, he's going to be leaving through choke now, and I think we're just going to see a reset, probably, with equal Ubers and equal mans. Equal men, for sure, on either team. The advantages are also very equal, so, but Team SoloUber want to have something going. It looks like they're relying on Grape to have it happen. Grape turning a lot of eyes, is going to just jump in, jump back out. Link User taking down Sizer. Showstopper now trying to come in through Cafe, but the advice is being tightened from Bird Noises as they take down Duwatna. And they stave off that weird push from Team SoloUber, which was really just posturing, as it didn't do anything effectively. And Team SoloUber are actually going to have to lose their second because of it, too, because they lost too many bodies. And actually, Grape's going to pick up Hellbent here in lobby. A really good pick. That actually probably saved them a lot of time. And actually, Grape's still sitting there. I feel like Grape could have pushed. And they're actually being very aggressive. The gun's going to go down. There's going to be Uber popped on last here. Link User's going to die to Grape, though, behind. Van's going to pick up Duwatna, though. But they're looking at Bird Noises. They're committing for this last point. And they're fighting very, very hard here. Sai has stickies all over the point. Indus is just healing him. Indus is Ubering like crazy. Oh, he doesn't get anything. It's just Hellbent now. I think TSU is just going to be trying to... Actually, they're just hitting Sizer in a second.
Hellbent in position to back cap if we do see the Team SoloUber team decide to leave last. But no, they finally saw him just a little bit, and he's going to have to back it out.
Yeah, I think we must be... There's no way we're approaching... Do you think we're approaching halftime? I actually don't have the timer up there, but that could have been the reason they all in so much. But there's reset here on this second point. Once again, Bird Noise is taking lobby pretty aggressively. It looks like they want to try to double bomb both soldiers through lower. They are. They're in from lower. They're being very aggressive. The gun is just denying them though, but they will pick up the gun here. And Indus is actually sitting lower. It could have been picked up. Duana goes down to Van though. Oh my goodness, Van and Linkies are in so deep. They're gonna pick up Alec. I think it's gonna be a mid cap. Oh, there's gonna be a cap right here. There's gonna be a pop off from Indus needs to heal. They're just sitting on point.
Yeah, Indus has to do it. He has to heal here as this scout and medic are getting it done. But
oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
They get that third round, sending it to the half. And what a huge round that is for them. As now Team SoloUber have the uphill battle heading into half number 2.
Do you think that we're gonna see an upset here from Bird Noise? So far they've been playing like they're gonna get an upset, BloodSire.
It's very possible. Been very impressed with what I've seen out of Bird Noises. Every time Team SoloUber musters aggression or tries to play their game, Bird Noises are right there with them. And we need to remind our viewers, this is the 3rd place Team SoloUber versus the 7th place Invite team, Bird Noises. And in past seasons, you would never see this between a 3rd and 7th team. It would have been a 5-0 20 minutes ago, and everyone would have been sleeping in their beds by now. But no, we have some great TF2, and the underdog bringing it here right now. Putting Team SoloUber back on their back heels, and very good and fun half to watch.
Yeah, and actually Van, once again, one scout coming out of left field for the for sort of the underdog. Van top fragging in the server with 22 kills, and actually top damaging in the server is Hellbent with 222 DPM and like close to 6,900 damage. So and Alec sitting towards the bottom of the scoreboard, BloodSire, with 122 DPM and only 8 frags.
Yeah, so I think that's the big key here is Alex so far. Total damage done is only 3,770. Everyone else in the server is at least over 5,000. And as you mentioned, there's 2 players on Bird Noises. Both Vol and Hellbent are sitting plus 6K. You have Psy Guy almost at 6K. Van almost at 6K. So, Alec needs to pick it up. It can be tough for a scout when it's not going your way, when you're eating all that spam. I know all about it, but might be the gap in the armor of Team SoloUber here. And looks like they are talking it over because they have not readied it up. So looks like they are trying to figure out exactly what is the problem, try to understand if they can fix it. Because even though we are in week 4, the season's going very quick. And every match that you play, especially if you are a top team, matters, because when you get put in the later head-to-heads versus the other top teams, you need to make sure you won the matches you were supposed to win in case you drop to the other top teams. And, looking at that, Team SoloUber already dropped to EVL in week 1. Going forward, their next match is Froyotech on this map, and then the first week or the first map of next week, they have Ascent. So Team SoloUber, they have a very difficult string of matches here. They do not want to see themselves drop this and be down in morale as they head into that. So Team SoloUber really need to come out of the gate here in the second half ready to play.
Yeah, definitely. And this is a pretty, very exciting match, really, BloodSire. Very exciting match. Mm-hmm. And I think TSU has to bring it together. And it's definitely a possibility they came into this match underestimating Bird Noises. I know that could be, if there was a team that would have that mentality, it would probably be TSU, because they're very confident players. And they look at these IM move-up teams and they really feel like they have the upper hand, which, on paper, many would say they do. But, you can never, on this map, which is a pretty big upset map, you always have to watch out for your opponents and treat them with respect. And I think these mids are really where you're seeing the difference maker, BloodSire, and that they're just not. TSU, I think, has won 1 out of 4 mids
Yeah, they can't seem to get it together on middle, and off the back of that, I don't like the way that they're running their last defense. They're preparing with a sniper and an engineer, and whatever picks they get, they're not going to be able to capitalize off of because they have a sniper who can't get back out and an engineer who can't get out to second. So they're basically dead weight on last every time they have a successful defense, and that is not helping them as they have to keep redefending. But we do go live here in the second half, and we will see if Team SoloUber is ready to play in this match or not. I'm going to watch my friend Sizer here on Tetris, see if he can bring his team on his back, propel them into victory, eat some damage. He's going to go over back to Tetris as Alec takes one onto Van. Here comes a bomb in from the soldier. Sizer's going to smell blood in the water. Take down two, takes down Side Guy, and takes down Vol. Backing up now is Indust and Link User, who want to get this Uber and try to defend.
Yeah, and TSU already moving here onto second. Duatna sticking up the shutter. I'm expecting him to probably sticky up Vats too, maybe? No, he's sticking lower, actually. Smart move from Duatna. Duatna always knows where's the sticky. And we're going to be getting TSU here getting the second point and holding it. We're already getting off classes, actually, actually 3 off classes from Bird Noises with Hellbent, Sniper. Oh, no, he's going back to Soldier. But Link User, NG, and Van Heavy. So they're going for the high HP turret defense.
They're going for the deeps. Yeah, they're going for the DPS for sure.
And for the deeps.
See, here's the difference, though, with this setup from Bird Noises. They're up 2 rounds, so they can afford to keep repelling the offense from Team SoloUber and just sitting back on their last. If they can repel and repel, they're fine because they don't need to win any more rounds. Team SoloUber, however, they need to pick up those rounds, so they need to make sure they look and play a little bit more aggressive. They've already lost 2 players trying to sacrifice. They did take down Hellbent, but he's going to be up in about 14 seconds, and he's going to be just fine.
Yep, sort of an almost Dodo-like bomb there from Hellbent. He just walks out of lower, just no jumping, just waddles on out as the soldier does, and just gets immediately deaded on. I don't think he had high hopes for that bomb going in, because it seems like he was resigned to his fate, BloodSire. And it looks like we're going to get the sniper out from Alec.
And Vend.
And Van, yeah, Van's still on sniper, so we're gonna see some sniper duels coming out. And actually, Sai's gonna pick up Alec with a good sticky trap. So I'm expecting Van and the rest of Bird Noises to be very aggressive here. Hellbent coming in from lower, but they're all looking at Hellbent right now. I think he's gonna go down very soon. They're chasing Hellbent lower. Is he gonna get out? Oh, he gets out. Wow, really good from Hellbent, and kind of lucky too.
Yeah, very lucky from him. If he went down, that would have been prime opportunity for Team SoloUber to finally push into last, but instead they're going to have to reset. Looks like Alec's going to spawn back up on Sniper, and we have, ladies and gentlemen, a pause.
Yep, we do have a pause on top of a very slow match. So I feel like the DPM for this match, I was already witnessed by the first half, unless something changes, they're not going to be super high, BloodSire. There's going to be nothing for the record books here.
No, maybe some plays for the frag vids, but nothing for the record books, as that pause, thankfully, is not going to be too long, but we will see the cause for that. Maybe a tactical pause. Ooh, as Alec, off the back of that's going to snipe down Vol, and that is room for Team SoloUber to get ready to push here. With that man advantage, they can go.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like Hellbent is still watching this lower point. Grape is peeking aggressively. Grape actually might get picked up by Hellbent. No, he gets out. And I don't think TSU is going to push because they still have Alec. So they really want to try, even with that man down, they still wanted to try to get a pick. And it looks like there was someone from Bird Noises that crashed, I think. No, they have 6. Who crashed? I don't know if anyone crashed. I think it was just a pause. Because, those pauses happen a little bit in the future on our end, actually. Yeah. Looks like Alec peeking very, very aggressively. He doesn't get cleaned up. And they're just going to reset back in lobby. Alec, once again, peeking this top left side. Indust is still behind that wall, so there's nothing we're going to do. He's going to body shot Vol, but Vol has enough health that it doesn't really matter. And we're still getting a very slow and steady game for this last push.
Now, this must just be the way that this map works, because we've seen every one of these teams, all 4 teams, when they're pushing last, they run a sniper and they try to get that pick with the sniper. So there must not be any other way to do it, because all of these invite teams are deciding that that is the best and only way to get it done. So very interesting. Maybe a flaw in the map, or maybe just a great strategy, but it's not working out right now for Team SoloUber because they are still stuck on Uber. still in lobby trying to figure out how to crack this defense.
Yeah, and really it's on TSU because they're down a lot of rounds right now, 2 rounds, and it's on them to really crack this last defense. And the more time that Bird Noises spends like just sitting on this last, even it's very unfun and unexciting for us. They're running out of time, and Alex still being very aggressive. He's getting spammed really aggressively by Ball too, but he has that, I believe he has that cozy camper, which is such a good unlock for Sniper and Sixes because he won't get view kicked essentially, like his aim won't get interrupted by being shot, and he'll regen health. And we're still spamming out. Van did go down, but they're not really getting much off of it thanks to a good spam from Ball. And you know, I agree with you, BloodSire, is that this map in particular has very, very strong sniper sight lines, but I think there are ways to beat it. Grape actually bombing it once again. He's on Indus. Good damage, but Indus is going to surf out, and Grape's going to get cleaned up here. And actually, Helmet's going to go down to Duatna, so we really just traded soldiers.
I would like to see the offensive heavy.
Offensive heavy?
Yeah, so this is how you run the heavy. You go in with the Uber, you hide the heavy, and post-Uber, your team starts backing up towards where the heavy is, and the heavy just comes in and spins up. And all of a sudden, the defensive team, weakened and without Uber, has to deal with a full health heavy, and that can be pretty daunting for teams. And I understand that, oh, here comes the bomb from Hellbound, in behind on the combo, nobody saw him down. Not at all, actually. Ninja Nick managed to escape every lick of damage from that bomb, so he is just fine. And that's going to be 2 down for the blue team, so that's going to be a quick pop. And the red team are going to return, so both teams now...
getting juggled.
Yeah, and the sentry does go down to Showstopper, or by Showstopper. That's going to allow Team SoloUber to push in uncontested, and it is going to be up to these Bird Noises team to get these frags. They get 2, they get 3. Alex, Sizer, and Duatna over on the right side, trying to get it done. Duatna, Demo versus Demo on the right side. Duatna and Sizer, they take down one. The Demo man from the blue team getting to it. No, Sizer's going to shoot him into the ground. Hellbent takes himself and Alec down, but that is going to be the second for Team SoloUber, and now we're sitting at a scoreline of 3-2, and this is where it gets interesting.
That was really good. That was, they should have had, if only Hellbent had been there, and that when they were bombing them after that post-Uber, and they probably would have wiped on that last push, but he wasn't there, and TSU was able to, their scouts in particular, were able to clean up those frags for Bird Noises. We're here on another mid, and I'm actually watching Duatna right now. He's playing, you know, just pretty normal, sitting on this lower side. Bird Noise is pretty aggressive on the left side of this mid, and actually Hellbent bombing very aggressively into their valley. They're sort of looking back. Bird Noise is getting a lot of position here, BloodSire.
Yeah, and I'm actually watching Grape over on the right side. A sustained play from him, finally coming in through Cafe. He was just sitting in there. Now he's putting in a whole lot of spam into the Bird Noise team, who seem to be doing just fine as they're getting frags, but down 3. And Val very hurt. That Uber has to come out from Indus to try to save his teammates and get some frags. Take a look at Grape. He's going to get an arrow from Ninja Nick. A nice arrow from Ninja Nick, keeping his soldier alive, keeping him in the fight. The red Uber is going to be popped. And now Indus and his soldier in danger. Need to back it up. Both soldiers over on the flank side, just paving the way for their medic to back up. And he's going to be fine, Indus. And things are going to calm down. And it's actually not too bad when it's all said and done.
Yeah, and honestly, that was a poor Uber from Ninja Nick. Vol managed to live after the Uber ended, behind the Uber, forcing Ninja Nick and knocking him cleaned up. Hellbent bombs in aggressively, building space, but he's so hurt right now in flank. They're actually winning a huge fight in Valley. Alec is going to pick up Vol. Grape's going to pick up Indus. And now Ninja Nick's going to have 60% advantage, and TSU's going to have heal advantage here. And it looks like Sai is trying to spam, but he had kind of, oh my god, good pipe off of Sizer. Hellbent is spamming here. Link user's coming in. They really want to try to stuff him here, but I don't think they have the health or the people to do so.
And that Indus death could be the turning point in the match here, because with Indus down, that is full advantage in favor of TSU. If they win this round, they will have tied it at 3-3. And when you're the underdog and you know you had a lead and you let it slip through your hands, that can put you on tilt, and that can definitely spell disaster for you. As here it goes, the Uber up for Team SoloUber. They want to come in clean from the bottom side, bring in their Demoman and their scout. Duatna gets the flash, so does the scout. Ninja Nick now flashing it to the scout. The Sizer is trying to take down this soldier. Duatna onto the sentry gun, no frags. Finally, Val takes down Great, but Sizer takes him down. Red team scattering on last, trying to edge that point, get the frags. Blue team doing a nice job of staying alive, kiting this Uber. Devilman and both scouts strong, putting in the damage. Psy Guy onto Sizer. Now the scouts are going to join the party. Van takes down Alec. And
wow,
Duatna goes down.
Psy, that was first of all an excellent hold from Bird Noises. They kited that Uber after forcing them to use it on the sentry gun, and it was a really, really good job from Sai to hold that last point. His zoning and the pipes that he hit, along with the sticky damage, was just excellent. It really helped him win that last. And now we're going to be seeing a full Uber, or not a full, but it's about a 40% Uber advantage for Indus. They're pushing in into this mid. Actually, Grape is so aggressive. He's going to get a force out on Indus too. So not the best pop, but it might pick up Sizer too, which is actually unfortunate for TSU, because I'm imagining they're going to put one scout on cap and keep pushing. Or I guess they're going to prefer to stack it to deny those forwards. And they're going to deny Grapes, I think, and Sizers. So then I imagine them to keep on pushing, that they're going to keep pushing into second here. Or they're going to hold.
Yeah, see, I think the play here is for Bird Noises to hold. They know that Team SoloUber has the advantage. Unfortunately, Team SoloUber had to spend 2 players to get that advantage. Oh, and get the Uber out of the hands of Bird Noises. That means they didn't have the players up to push with that big advantage. So, if Bird Noises can pop Team SoloUber here, they will be in position to leapfrog and then push in when they have Uber. There it goes. Showstopper does go down. Van takes him down. We do have Vol still on top of the steeple, putting in some damage. Sizer does take down Van. This could go either way so far, as both teams are down 1. But look, like I said, Indus backed out. Is going to get that Uber. Unfortunately, for Bird Noises, they weren't able to force Ninja Nick to pop, but they did buy themselves enough time to equal out the Ubers, and they will be able to defend their second.
And Showstopper actually on Spy right now, BloodSire. He's looking to get a pick, more than likely, probably on the medic. And I imagine that they're going to try to sneak him in through this Valley side, maybe open up, do some spam so he can get in sort of unnoticed. He's right now going through Valley side. No one sees him. He's just, stopping occasionally because he's using Cloak and Daggers. He's got to recharge that invisibility. I'm thinking TSU is going to try to spam soon for him because he's now moving through. Oh, he just took the health pack in front of Helbit. Oh, but he didn't. I don't think Helbit noticed. No, he didn't. Helbit did not notice. Wow. And so TSU is just spamming right now while Showstopper looks at the entrance.
He can smell it. Oh, we do have Indus. Oh, look at Paranoid Indus checking his back. And see, that's the thing about Indus. He is always thinking, always trying to assess the situation. And he is on spy alert, even though he has no reason to be. So Showstopper still keeping his eye on the play, making sure he doesn't run into anybody. But right now, it's all on him because his team cannot do anything with him in the backfield like that. They need to have him make a play, and he knows it. He knows he's just wasting time for his team, who
they down around. Link User just found Showstopper, just like random spam. Oh my goodness, Vac Link User. And also, just great positioning from Indus too on that corner where Showstopper could not get a backstab, and if he wanted to, he would be forced to shoot him. Really, really good positioning overall, and great awareness from Bird Noises. They're pushing this flank here. Really heavy spam from Duwata. They're gonna get forced really early. Indus is kind of hurt. They've already used the Uber. Ninja is just now popping, and I think they might crush them here in this Valley side. Duwata being very aggressive. Now he's flying out. Indus will go down, and there's gonna be a scrap here on mid.
Yeah, Van takes down Sizer. Showstopper returns the favor, so Van goes down. Alec and Showstopper can combine for another, but in come the Bird Noise frags. Alec with a second onto Link User, and that is going to be all Team SoloUber. Everybody on Bird Noises goes down, and despite the Showstopper spy fail, it's going to work out for them. They're in second, and once again in control of their own fate, as they will have the opportunity and the chance to tie things up with this push onto last.
Oh, and I see, and it's good that they did get Nick in the in there, because this would have been a disastrous event for them. And actually, Showstopper got caught not from random scattergun shooting, but because he had opened the shutter door apparently, and Link User saw it, or someone saw it, and then Link User started spamming that direction, and that's how he caught Showstopper.
Now take a look at Ninja Nick. He is running the Crits Krieg, so expect that to be coming out onto Duwatna. As we do see, it is building way faster than the Uber charge. The Indus is not going to have it. Take a look at Duwatna. Put the cam on Duwatna. We'll see what he can do. Moving on to the left side. Sees himself a soldier. Is going to charge up that crit. Going to try to get it over the wall. So far, no go. Still spamming those crit stickies. The medic's going to dodge into spawn, and that is a failed crit. He's going to just decide, you know what, I'm going to try to get myself a sentry. He does get the sentry, but Indus gets the Uber.
And now
Alec
goes down.
Yeah, so TSU, they need to play it back and try to force this Uber and then re-push again when the crits has offset the Uber charge. They have forced the Uber. They need to make sure they keep bodies alive.
Sizer still behind on last. He's going to be picked up now. Duwatna's dead too. Helbit very hurt, but this is going to be a second recap here for sure for Bird Noises. with Duatna down and Sizer down. And that was, and they still have Kritzkrieg, remember, for Ninja Nick, BloodSire. So I think Bird Noises wants to push aggressively, though, since Sizer's still not going to be there. Duatna is there now, though. And actually, Grape's going to pick up Hellbent, but Hellbent very hard. Oh, Van's
they're playing with fire because that Kritzkrieg is going to be up, and they are hooked up with Duatna. The Kritz is going to be up now. Duatna leading the charge, has his medic attached to him. They're going to sneak in through Cafe and try to snipe over the point, but smart play from Bird Noises Avast. They are backed out all the way to their second. So like we mentioned, Ninja Nick, perfect timing of that Kritzkrieg, which you don't always have to do, so you have to make sure you do it just right. Ninja Nick does it just right. He makes sure his team's out of harm's way.
Yeah, definitely. Now we're going to see equal a Crits versus Uber situation, which theoretically the Uber should always win. And, you know, that was actually another time that I saw really good positioning out of Bird Noises. Because, you know, I think a lot of teams would have tried to at least peek and spam a little bit for that second. But they decided to just go all the way back to last, not risk it, get the Uber, and because, you know, they could have just been picked off by a crit sticky snipe from across the map.
So here's the philosophy behind the crits versus Uber now. This is what you have to do in order to work out in your situation. You have to go in with the crits, pop the other team's Uber as a counter crits maneuver, back out with your medic, and then push again when you have the crits advantage. So here comes the crit sticky. Now they need to find Indust and try to make him pop Uber. Instead, Duatna is going to be forced out. The crits has been burned. Indust held on to his Uber, and this is the worst case scenario for Team SoloUber because now Bird Noises are in prime position to push out with full advantage.
Yeah, and it looks like they're pushing the shutter door very aggressively. They're going to get popped pretty early, actually. TSU is pretty much all the way out. They're holding your Cafe. Grape is coming into lobby. There's also Alec below. Grape is on the medic. Oh, he's been cleaned up by Psy. This is actually really, really good. Oh my goodness, Psy's is going to go down. Duatna's going to go down. This is fantastic for Bird Noises. They tried to come at TSU, tried to come in and follow up, but now it looks like Ninja Nick is leaving through Cafe. Psy is chasing. Showstopper is linked up with Ninja Nick, and they're going to be capping the second point, coming to mid very soon. I think they're going to deny, if they deny Duatna and Psy's forwards here, oh, and they do. So I would definitely see them pushing here. But it looks like they're going to be there soon, so never mind.
Another failed last push attempt from Team SoloUber, and that is not going to bode well as time does wind down here, and they're down one round. They still have this crits, which is about a 40% advantage over the Uber, but they need to use it effectively if they want to have it work out for them. Here come the bombing soldiers from Bird Noises. Psy Guy takes down Showstopper. Hellbent went down. Psy Guy again onto Alec, and the scouts for Bird Noises with their demo man trying to defend this point.
Very hurt. He stuck out. Oh, but he's going to get the hell. If only they had known Duatna was there, that would have been a free pick. And Ninja Nick did a good job of holding that Kritzkrieg there, actually. He didn't want to use it. It was a pretty bad situation. And now they're going to use it. They're critting on Sizer, actually. And he's going to pick up Link User, but the crit's going to be over now. Sizer's going to go down. Psy went down, though, so that's actually a pretty big pick. There is going to be an Uber force-off here for Indus, and it looks like Van is going to pick up Showstopper.
Ninja Nick with 9 HP surviving somehow. Now he's back up to 42 HP as Team SoloUber are coming back in, but Bird Noise is doing a nice job of still defending. In comes the bomb from Hellbound, trying to get onto Ninja Nick. He recognized he was low, and he gets him down. Alec does clean him up, but no medic over on the red side now. Indus still building with that Uber charge. Is at 55%. They just have to deal with Duatna on the second point. He goes down. Sizer and Showstopper are spawning up, but they are not going to be enough. Do you have some spawning members from TSU as well? But Bird Noises are coming into middle, and they have a huge advantage.
Yeah, and that was a pretty big DM fest there, and they're still going to be down Duatna while Bird Noises will have Psy. And there's actually a sniper out from Grape. He's going to body shot Van, but he's not going to pick him up, though. And I think that Bird Noises with this Uber advantage and knowing that Grape is sniper, I think it would be very wise here to be very aggressive and push. Because Grape is not in a position to watch this Cafe. They're coming through Cafe. I would really want them to go fast. They do get popped a little bit early, and it looks like this Uber is going to be pretty ineffectual, but they will pick up second.
I'm right there with you. They needed the push, and they recognized that, and they did. Unfortunately, like you said, they were forced early, and that is going to take the Uber away from them. So, Team SoloUber do have the opportunity here to re-push with that advantage, and they are going for the submarine play, not spotted as of yet, coming in on the stairs from underneath the point. In goes Hellbound to try to get into a sneaky back cap position, but he's going to be spotted out. Van now joining the party over in lower lobby. He's going to find himself in a sea of red. Meanwhile, Bird Noises, the surviving members, are trying to escape back to middle. They're going to do that, but TSU, a nice job with that push. They didn't even have to spend their Uber, and they have bought themselves a second.
Yeah, definitely, and Just put some, and actually there's gonna be a fight here on second. Both the soldier for TSU and Dwana actually bombing very aggressively. They're holding near, blue team's holding near choke right now, trying to win this spam battle, and they're actually pretty poor health. They're all bunched up. Indus is gonna pop very low. Ninja Nick's gonna pop, and this is actually a slightly better Uber here. And Indus is at very low health at the Indus Uber, so he has to make sure to survive. And actually, he will survive. And the rest of blue team's gonna get Valley, but it looks like red wants to push still very aggressively. Sizer peeking choke, but he's gonna get bullied out a little bit by Van.
Nobody died in that exchange, and that was just an Uber pop for positioning. And with the health that was done pre-pop, it was better on the Team SoloUber side, and that caused Bird Noises to back it out. And that's great invite level play where nobody dies, but one team wins the exchange. And we can see Team SoloUber now back in control of middle. Ubers are going to level out, but Team SoloUber do have the opportunity to push into second. They just need to figure out something that works.
Yeah, they're definitely going to push in a second here because there is currently 10 minutes left on the clock, and there's a 9-minute 30-second round timer, which is, I wouldn't be surprised to see if this round timer were to run out, because this has been such long rounds, this round in particular. And it looks like they're doing something that a lot of teams like to do. They're pushing through this valley area. They can sort of walk in a little bit more free than choke, but they need to deny here. Grape actually gets, I guess they were going to try to bomb. Duwadna might get caught out here at choke. Oh, they do pick up Duwadna here, BloodSire. So this is definitely going to be a push out from Bird Noises.
Very devastating for Team SoloUber. That allows Bird Noises to come in almost uncontested. No demo to deal with, no sticky traps to worry about, and no bombing soldier to have to look into the skies for. So they are on the point, trying to deny that spawn from Duwadna, because if they can get him away from second, now he is going to spawn up just in time. That is not good for them, but they do have still the momentum to push here into second. Link user is out through flank. Hellbent now trying to jump onto the point, putting damage on those scouts. Still going strong on the combo. No frags as of yet. Hellbent though very hurt. Van takes down Grape. Showstopper is going to take down Hellbent. Both teams down a piece. Going to think better about the situation. And with Bird Noises up, like you mentioned before, and the timer running out, Bird Noises do not have to push and risk losing bodies and allowing Team SoloUber to recap middle. They can just sit back and, like we say, and like to say, park the bus.
Yeah, and I think, and it looks like it's going to be a push out from possibly Cafe with Showstopper. Actually, it looks like they're thinking better of it. I think they're just trying to make some room, but the rest of TSU isn't really looking like they're going to push to. And actually, they're going to come through choke, maybe. But this, I'm expecting a bus parking out of Bird Noises. And actually, TSU has made it all the way through choke without being forced yet. I think Ninja Nick's about to force now. Actually, he's doing so good at dodging damage, but Showstopper's very late. And there's going to be a pop out and a slightly better pop from Indus.
But Vol goes down, and all that Bird Noises has to do here is survive. All they have to do is kite. If they allow themselves to lose bodies to Team SoloUber, they allow Team SoloUber to recap middle and build momentum to push into second. They have done just that. They've lost 2 members, and now look at this. Team SoloUber, they know the situation, and they know they have to go, so they are. They're going to bully and force their way into the second area, and it doesn't look like Bird Noises are going to have anything to contest them with. We do see there is a soldier combo from Bird Noises up in upper lobby. They're going to have to back it out into their last because they don't have Uber advantage, and they just lost all of their positioning in high ground.
And Link user back on Engineers, so they're definitely settling in for the long haul. Looks like Ninja Nick is building pretty aggressively because they definitely want to go here. There's a slight Uber advantage for Ninja Nick since they popped earlier. And actually, they're trying to bomb Grapin, but he's having a really rough time. And he's going to pick... Si's going to pick up 2, though. Both Sizer and Grape, who were peeking that top left area. Or actually, he had them in another area and says top left. So I think Bird Noises is still going to sit here, though. I think what they want to do is just wait for their spawner since they went down 2 as well. So Psy Guy sort of saved the day there.
Yeah, level 1 Sentry, deceivingly strong, as Grape just found out. It just pushed him and popped him and juggled him into the air, and he wasn't able to have any effective bomb whatsoever. So, yeah, keep your level 1 Sentries. It's better than you would think. But Ubers are up, and Team SoloUber are
Link
feeling
doesn't
good.
have his gun set up, BloodSire. He was just trying to move it and won't be up in time. So it's going to go down very fast. Kind of unfortunate, but a much better pop for Indus here. Well, not much better, but also even worse than that, Vol has very bad health, but they're gonna kind of mulch them here in this top left, and they're gonna rotate now, and it's still gonna be equal mans versus equal mans, as they would say.
as some might say.
Bird
Noises did a superior job there of holding down the choke because they massed their bodies over on the left side and forced Team SoloUber back into that top left battlement choke area, which is an L shape, and which eats spam, eats rollers. It's just a back wall, and every bit of spam you shoot that way is going to hit the players that are there. And once they grouped up all of their players on that left side to provide that spam, Team SoloUber lost that spam battle. So great. Now with spam of his own, he's going to take down the sentry. Try to get things going for his team when they need to, because as time ticks away, they are still down 1. Uber just about up for Indus, but not yet. Red Uber coming in on the left side is going to be popped. Indus does get his Uber. Sentry still is up, does go down to Showstopper. Now fighting on the point. No bodies though. Sai almost is not going to happen. Van taking down Showstopper. Still, Team SoloUber on the left side. Grape takes down Vol with an air shot. Alec onto Hellbent. Sai Guy with a sticky onto Grape. And Van going strong. Takes down Ninja Nick. Now, Duana finds himself versus a scout outside Link user. Can he take down Duana? Duana puts himself with a sticky on last and still battling on the last point. Alec on last fighting a demo man. And a vest.
Wow.
As I can calm down, Link user does take down Alec. And they hold on to their lead so far.
That was a scrappy fight, but they have to make sure they don't get backtapped here. Hellbent is watching last. They're fighting second, but TSU does not want to give this up. They're going to give it all they have because really they have to fight this. They're running out of time here, and Showstopper's very weak. Showstopper's going to go down. Grape's going to go down. Hellbent will go down here, but much better positioning from the blue team here. And Duana actually has a cheeky sticky trap, but he hasn't had the chance to use it yet. He's spamming pipes. There's going to be a pop out from Indus, who does have Uber advantage. They're going to pick up Sizer too, but Sizer picks up Van. They still don't have second cap. They still do not have second cap, BloodSire. They need to prioritize this cap.
The Link user in on middle takes down Duana and takes down Sizer,
Oh
giving his team room to breathe. There goes the second cap, and off the back of those two frags, they come a bombing Soldier. Vol putting in damage into that combo. Let's check out Link user over on the flank side, takes down Grape. Now he's in on the flank again. Can he get the pop out? He does.
Yeah.
So that is going to be a Red Uber out of the hands of Red. As look at
And
this,
he's
Bird
still
noises.
going behind. He's still going behind, BloodSire.
Yeah, he's still going to cause a nuisance as all of his teammates are backing on their second. They don't even care about middle because they know the time is winding down. And Team SoloUber, it's them who need to decide to do something.
That was such a good play from Link user. He did so much for bird noises there, and they're going to have the Uber advantage, so they just need to make sure not to die. They're leaving second. Pretty smart move. Link user is going to be up in 2. I imagine he'll be up Engineer, is what I imagine. Yep, I'm seeing the Engineer. There's going to be an Uber coming up for Indus soon. I would like for them not to hold so aggressively in this lobby because they're kind of spread out a little bit. And we're going to be approaching the 3.5 minute mark, BloodSire. And we really need to see TSU they really have to push this last, because if they fail like another last push or two, and even if they lose second possibly, that could be the end of the game for them.
Yeah, with 30 to 40 seconds to build an Uber, that is not many attempts left here for Team SoloUber. They are at 87%, and they are going to have one attempt coming up very shortly as Alec does go down, but don't want to do that. Look at this. Grape goes down as well, so, chalk some more minutes off the board for Team SoloUber as in comes a bombing Soldier. Hellbound Showstopper is going to swat him out of the sky. But again, we need to wait for these spawners if we're Team SoloUber, whereas Bird Noises are just looking at their watches, waiting for the moment where they can be crowned victorious. Team SoloUber running out of chances to get that and stop that from being a reality.
Wow, what a slow game, but a game that really shows the power of playing it slow and trying to win the stopwatch. Duana is so aggressive, just being tanked through. Ninja Nick's gonna pop early. Indus still has not had to pop. Slight better, and they just now got the sentry gun too, so the Ubers are gonna be equalized. They're trying to bait Vol and Indus out here to fight this, and now the Ubers are gone, and TSU are going to try to repush here very aggressively soon. I'm thinking they're coming top left and maybe put a Soldier through bottom. Yeah, that's exactly what they're trying to do.
This is a really smart play from Team SoloUber, recognizing that they don't want to fight with the Uber and burn it on that sentry. They want to come in on the refight and use their superior death matching to take down Bird Noises. Unfortunately, they just lose Showstopper and all of their efforts are halted, and they have to reset and once again shave off about another 30 seconds off the clock before they have any chance of moving.
Less than 2 minutes relating, BloodSire, and Link user almost has a level 3 up again. We're going to be sitting at pretty much equal Ubers. So it's going to be, this is the all or nothing push. This is the one that determines the game, BloodSire. This is the push. Both medics are going to get Uber very soon. There's going to be a level 3 sentry. It's all on TSU here.
Not many chances left after this one as they are moving in on the left side. Alex going to open it up with a frag onto Van, and Grape takes down that sentry. So in good positioning so far, our Team SoloUber. Alec does go down. Van does too, and the red Uber does come out. Blue Uber also popped. Fighting on the left side. Duana takes down one. Sai Guy, though, is going to return and take down Showstopper. So TSU down 2 players, down another onto Grape. The frags are happening. 4 Bird Noises on the right side, and Sizer on the point. is going to try to be a nuisance, but it's not enough. One scout versus the world. He's going to die, and Bird Noises can actually breathe a little bit, push out and get some intel.
I would not push if I was Bird Noises. We have a minute left. You have Uber advantage. TSU won't have their players, and also Saigai hitting some clutch pipes there, and Link User Stingergun just keeping out the flank. So they're just playing this so well. Link User once again going engineer. Good God, I think he spent as much time on engineer as he has scout this game.
See, this is the problem for Team SoloUber. They want to fight it off Uber, but they can't with that level 3. They have to use their Uber to take it down. They had their one chance when Duatna took it down before, but now they're going to have to try to do it again. Fight is happening on the left side. Blue Uber is out. Red Uber not even up yet. Alec very hurt deep on the right side. Down goes Grape. Still dug in are the Bird Noises, who managed to find 2 frags on Alec and Grape. Uber is finally going to be up, and it is an advantage. This is the chance for Team SoloUber. They have the bodies on the point, but they need to get the frags. Ball's going to take down Showstopper, Link User. Duatna takes down one, and
oh my goodness, BloodSire. Oh my goodness. What a game, but also what a slow game.
Yeah. Well, it was a slugger match. It was a slugger match to the end. Each team was throwing out those right hooks, and the other team was just taking it very slowly, picking up their right fist, throwing down the right hook, and in the end, Bird Noises were just a little bit more powerful today. They were not daunted by Team SoloUber's experience, by their more marquee names, or by what some might say is their superior deathmatch ability. Bird Noises really brought it today. The 7th place team knocking down the 3rd place team, and with that, Team SoloUber is going to go to 3-3 in the standings. They're still going to keep and hold their 3rd place rank, but they face next week, or in this current week, they face Froyotech, and then they go to fight Ascent. So that could very easily, Avast, be 2 losses, which would put them at 3-5, and that would put them right there at the middle of Invite and in contention to possibly not make playoffs at all. So Team SoloUber really need to figure out what's not working for them. They really need to right the ship, but it was all Bird Noises tonight. They advanced to 3-4. They're actually going to sneak into 5th place, and they deserve it. They did a great job tonight.
Yeah, definitely. And you can tell that it was such a slow game with the top damage in the server being 232 DPM from Vol. I mean, lots of damage. Like, definitely, there was many people over the 10k damage mark, but just the average DPM is sitting at like 150. So, pretty slow game, BloodSire. But I have to say, a very enjoyable game, but lots of pockets of stalemating. And I'm sure both teams, I'm sure Bird Noises are happy that they won this. But I feel like both teams are probably going to be a little bit burnt out from such a long, slow game.
Yeah, definitely a bit more cautious, especially at the end there. Bird Noises found themselves on their last a lot, but were able to hold on. And again, Team SoloUber, they just didn't have it on middle. And then when they found themselves on last as a result of losing middle, I think they had a miscalculation with their defense. They brought out the sniper, they brought out the engineer, but they were down rounds. And they needed to make sure that once they repelled a push, they had the classes to push back out onto second, and they didn't have that with the sniper and the engineer. So they have to go back to the drawing board. They need to reassess their season. They need to reassess what is not working for them. If they need to put in more scrim time, they need to do that, because if they're dropping to teams that they aren't expecting to drop to, these teams they should beat, because we've seen them be a top 2 team in past seasons. If they can't beat these teams, they're going to be very hard pressed to take down both Froyotech and Ascent, who are exceedingly strong, and even EVL, who are sitting out there in 1st place, undefeated right now, who Team SoloUber already lost to. So they have an uphill battle, does Team SoloUber, but a great job from Bird Noises. You do look at the stats, all of that damage, basically, it's all above 10k for the most part for Bird Noises, not necessarily the case for Team SoloUber. So a great team effort from Bird Noises tonight, and I was just very impressed to see what they could bring.
Yeah, definitely. It was a good game. Both games, I think, where, they had some upsets, and definitely some fun plays. A lot of big plays from the scouts and the soldiers, which is what we were expecting. I definitely saw, even though the damage doesn't reflect it that much, I think Saigai had a really good game, and so did Link User. But I think those 2 players had really solid games during that series. During this last game, I should say.
Yeah, absolutely. And, speak about Psy Guy. He's our latest highlight on Team Fortress TV. If you scroll down underneath the stream, you will see all of our social media. You can find our YouTube and whatnot. Go over and check out Psy Guy's highlight. Of course, if you go to teamfortress.tv, which I'm sure you all do, you will see on the left side the community news, which we keep you guys informed on all of the TF2 action happening all over the world. And of course, underneath that, the upcoming events section where we will provide you guys with all of the information concerning when the next cast is, what the matches will be, and where you can find that, both here in North America and, in fact, in Europe too. So make sure you guys do that. Avast, any last words before we sign off here?
I just want to say thank you to the production staff of TF.TV, like our cameraman, Marblr. Or is that our streamer? Who's our cameraman? Is he both? Dash?
Our cameraman is
Marblr?
I thought it, as far as I know, it's Marblr.
Well, I'm just going to give a shout out to Marblr and Dash and everyone in the TF.TV production crew. And both, Marblr is both, he's confirmed. So good work, Marblr. You are an Uber person. That's what you are. You're a swell person, you. And just shout out to them. Shout out to you, BloodSire, for being my co-caster. Shout out to my man, Link User, one of my favorite human beings. Had a great match tonight. And what about you,
Does
BloodSire?
he use many links?
He does not use many links. He's a somber guy. No links for him.
Huh. Interesting. Well, you know who else is a swell guy? You are a swell guy. And it was an honor to cast with you once again tonight. We will see you guys here again next Wednesday. Will Avast and myself, of course, we will be bringing you guys invite action throughout the week and throughout next week. Like I said, make sure you go to Team Fortress TV to find out when. But for everybody in our production crew, for Avast, for myself, and for Team Fortress TV, thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. We will see you guys next time.
Peace.